welcome back to my channel. Today we are going for a heat-proof summer glam makeup. I'm tired of being natural. I'm ready to get glam. So if you're ready to get glam too, let's do it together. Don't forget to like and share this video with the girlies that need a bronze glam look for the summertime. Sharing is caring and it helps this channel a lot. So if you don't want to melt this summer and you want humidity-proof, sweat-proof makeup, keep watching. I'm starting out with skincare first. I'm using this toner. It helps with just a little bit of a quick hydration. It has more of a slip on your skin, so whatever you're putting on top is gonna go on a lot smoother. If you haven't used a toner before makeup, definitely try it if your makeup tends to be more patchy or uneven. Let that sit and dry before you go in with your SPF. I'm gonna take the Summer Fridays SPF, work it into your neck and your face. I tend to be super sensitive around my eyes with sunscreen, so if I get it anywhere close to my eye, it will water the entire day. So I personally have to be careful with that, but if you don't, I'd put it on your eyelids, I'd put it everywhere. I'm going in with this Rare Beauty matte foundation. It's supposed to look like your best skin. It's like medium to full coverage, which I feel like would be perfect for this video. Also, matte in the summertime isn't a bad thing. I mean, I love a good skin tint when I'm trying to be a little bit more natural and have that hydrated looking glow. But if I want my skin to look flawless, like if I was going on Love Island, which I wouldn't ever go on, but if I was doing the makeup for like that type of show, I would do a full, this natural matte type of coverage, because then your makeup is not gonna move. It's gonna sit in place and your skin's gonna look flawless at every angle. Perfect color. This is shade 13 in case you guys are my shade. Wow, this looks so good. It doesn't look super flat and matte. It's very natural skin-like. For bronzer, I'm gonna take the Too Faced Chocolate Mousse Melting Bronze. I love their chocolate palettes from back in the day. Remember those? A little on the temple. This is giving us structure and it's actually a little cool tone. So I wanna see how it blends out because I feel like this is more of a contour color for me, but let's see. Yeah, this is a very natural contour shade. So I'm giving my face structure since there's no real warm tone in it. I'm going in with this Dibs Good Life Gold. It's such a beautiful, like look at this. Tinfoil golden, highly reflective. So really strategically putting that higher up on my cheekbone because I don't want it to go too low. Then it's gonna take over the entire face. I'm gonna go right where the sun would hit to catch the light on the Cupid's bow and the chin. Anywhere that you want anything to look brighter. A little hack if you have dark circles in the summertime, take a little bit of this highlight, go underneath your eyes, don't take it too far up. The less product, the better, close to where your fine lines are. I'm just putting this on my dark circle kind of lower towards my nose, and that's gonna help brighten this up even without a lot of concealer. So this really helps. Try it out. For my dark under eye girlies like me, mine's are genetic, so it doesn't matter how much I sleep, I'm still gonna have dark eyes. It just runs in my family. So this is a bronzer. You see how warm that is? I need that, because that was, basically we just contoured our face, not really bronze. And I really want to bronze. Honestly, Sheglam products are always so affordable and they work so beautifully. Like this blends out so nice. Always take it a little bit into the eyelid because it just helps give us like a shape, some depth. Looks like we put eyeshadow on. So when we do want to put a little eyeshadow, it has a nice warm base. This is summer. You need bronze for summer. Blush. So this one's a new blush from Nars. It's called Itsy Bitsy, which I think it's perfect. It's the perfect color for summer. Like this orangey coral type of color is just so nice. And on the lids, it just helps tie everything together and a little on the nose. But Nars always has the best formulas. They're one of my favorites. Them and Makeup Forever will always kind of have a place in my heart because all their products are well thought out, formulated just beautifully. And now I feel like corals in orange tones are really great for summer. They just give you that, I just got back from the beach kind of look, but a little burnt. And I want to be a little burnt. The eyeshadow, I want it to be simple. I don't put a lot of eyeshadow on, so I found these sticks from Charlotte Tilbury and I absolutely love them. They're so easy to use. They have a bunch of beautiful rich chocolate shades in different tones. So I'm taking this shade, it's called Coco Cherry Sculpt. looks like this. Beautiful color, especially if you have brown eyes or blue eyes. I feel like this color would really pop. But I'm gonna take it all over the eyelid since we're going a little bit more glam today. Just like that. And I love that you can do it a little messy because you're gonna blend it. Sticks are so easy. They're so forgiving. They're my favorite. Then I'm gonna just, actually you can blend it with your finger. I actually like using my finger more than brush sometimes when it comes to these cream products. Depends. When you want more precision, obviously a brush is gonna be better, but look how easy that is. It doesn't look pretty right now, but hold on, let me blend it. Give me 10. That was a Love Island reference. So if you didn't get that, just ignore that I just said that. I love a pretty warm brown on the eyes, and this is that. I'm gonna use a brush because I feel like I need to get into the inner corner. So I'm gonna take a little brush. This one is Morphe M513. We're just gonna blend that in the corner and all over the lid. The next shade I'm going in with is Bronze Garnet. You see that reflection it has? Right on the outer corner. And blend with my finger. If you have mature skin, using a reflective pencil on your waterline, it's gonna highlight your eyes. You can still have like a beautiful shimmer. Sometimes if you have too much texture around your eyes, you don't wanna use a shimmer. Use a pencil to highlight your eyes. Start at an angle and then softly go up. That's how you're gonna get the best curl out of your lash curler. If you just sit there and do this, it's not gonna get as curled as if you were to move it upwards like that. So for mascara today, I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Lash Extender. This one's really good. I started putting this on my eyes and I was like, ooh, this looks good. And like, I was not filming. So I wanted to show you guys. I also grabbed this Rare Beauty in the shade Compassion. Look how pretty that is. For lashes, I'm gonna do Catwalk from House of Lashes. This is one of my favorite lash brands. I love all their lashes. They have really good styles. It went on pretty well just with my finger. Okay, we're gonna do the other one. I usually like to let it sit on my skin for a second just so it connects with it before I move it around too much. So I'll just like press it into the area that I want it and then I'll move the lashes together. Yeah, that mascara bond is really strong. This one from INB, very, very strong. I've been using it for the past year and it's not gonna focus, okay. I've been using it for the past year and I really love it. So I'm gonna try the pink one to brighten. I'm gonna take that down here. They're very creamy. Blend it with my finger. I'm not gonna completely blend it out just yet. I'm gonna go in with concealer over it and marry the two together. So I'm just gonna take that over the top to brighten. And this is P1, so it's pretty bright actually. I go in the center to bring forward that area and the nose. I did put that brightener, a little brightener underneath it. I might need to go back over it. Let's just see how it performs underneath this concealer. If it's too heavy, then we might need to add more or just go over with a powder. But I'm gonna let this sit, and while I'm unblended, it's gonna create more of a grip to the skin and thicken up just a bit. So I'm gonna go in, ooh, no, not with that. I'm gonna go in with this setting spray from Tier. It's the Mask Fit Makeup Fixer, but it's also a blurring, moisturizing, long-lasting setting spray. I'm not ready for this guy yet until the end because I do have dry skin already. So I'm just gonna go over the top. Okay, so it's been sitting for a little while. We're gonna blend it in now. It really thickened up. And I think I put a little too much concealer, to be honest with you guys, on the center of my forehead, because nobody needs that much concealer. That is way too much. Let me just use a brush to take some off. Now it'll be easier to blend. But I go in with a dry beauty sponge these days because I want a little more coverage. If you go in with a damp beauty sponge, it's gonna remove some of that coverage, which is not bad at all. Like, more of a natural look, I would do that. But I want all the coverage. And I do like this little, you see that little brightening tip? I'm just gonna keep it in place. If I move it around, it'll remove that lifted, kind of contoured nose. I'm not gonna blend this line too much. I'm gonna go over it a little bit, but I don't mind that it's like a big line because I'm gonna blend everything with powder, and that's gonna make it look softer without losing that lifted look. I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I can't see the blush as much, so I'm gonna go in with a little bit more. I'm kind of tempted just to do powder over it, but I also wanna see this blush because it's such a pretty color. And then I'm gonna blend it out. It does sheer out quite a bit. I am gonna go over with a little powder that's a similar color, just also because it's gonna last longer and it just sheers out a little too much for my liking. So I'm gonna take it also up on the temple, like above the brow. And yeah, so now I'm gonna go in with powder. That's the key. Key to everything is layer with setting spray in between and powder. So I have my setting powder, and I'm gonna take that with a brush first, just a little dome brush, just to make sure there's no creases anywhere, we don't get patchiness. It's important to take off the excess. There's so much that goes onto the brush, so you wanna just work it around. That way, once it gets to your under eyes, it's not overloading the thin area with so much product, because then you can crease and get really cakey on such a thin area of your face. And so I'll take it all across, and with whatever's left over, because there's quite a bit of powder, I'll go back in just into my hand with that. I always say you can stop here with the powder, but I do like full coverage glam. So I'm gonna go in with a powder puff. Tap that, tap everything, honestly, tap it all. Take it lower on the face. I'm keeping it away from those fine lines. Once I've used most of the product on that area, then I'll go in and work it up, because I'm not gonna avoid it, I'm just gonna take most of the product down here. Now I'm gonna go up. All right, now we're locked in. Like, should I go to the eyes? Should I go to the face? The ADHD kicks in and I'm like, I wanna go everywhere at once without finishing anything. Go into a matte bronzer. This is also just gonna keep everything in place, intensify it a bit. That way it's not melting off your face by the end of the day. Another thing is I love the BK Beauty brushes. They're just such great quality. They are my go-to, my favorite. Also Anissa, it's like a purple brush line, and she has just the most beautiful quality. If you're looking for brushes, those are my go-to high quality brushes. This one is 106 from BK Beauty. I don't really talk about brushes as much as I feel like I should, because the brush can change your makeup application for sure. So I wanna make sure I mention that going into doing these tutorials. If I forget, just like comment, let me know. But because I'm using the bronzer, I'm gonna go into my eyes with this, right on the outer socket. This is just gonna tie it all together so that it looks seamless, like one piece. I do wanna add a little dimension in the crease. This is a dark bronzer, and I think it'll work really well in my crease. Let's see. Yeah, it's giving depth, more depth than what we had. It is still very warm. And I'm just blending the edges with my finger. Sometimes all you need for the final touch are your fingers. And then I'm gonna just pinch this brush and go on the lower lash line. Lower lash mascara is instantly glam. It glams up everything. I'm taking this House Labs blush in Pomelo Peach, kind of that pretty corally color, but in powder form. So I'm gonna take that on the cheeks. You know what, I'm gonna take it all over the cheek right here. I'm gonna give you this sun-kissed look for summer. It's kind of my favorite, like burnt, I was at the beach laying out and now I have this little burnt look on me. And I'm also gonna take it up here. I like to bring it up here personally, just because I feel like it gives a little lift and it just helps everything look a little bit more together. I don't know. Oh, I love how this is looking. I'm gonna try this highlight. I'm gonna do a little strategic highlight right on top of the highlight we did earlier. A little on the nose, here, right here. Ooh, this is pretty. And we're gonna take it really close to the high point of the cheek. Now for the fun part, Sheglam just came out with these double dot freckle pen, with this double dot freckle pen. One side like that, and the other side is just like a marker. But I'm gonna do it on my finger first, just because I tried this the other day and it did not blend. I think I had too much powder on going in on a dry face and it just didn't blend well. I really love freckles. I wish I got them, my mom has them. She's pretty fair skin and she has freckles exactly in this area. It's so cute. For the lip, I'm gonna go in with the Kylie Smitten lip liner. It's just like a pretty pinky nude shade. Kind of enhances the natural lip color. So pretty, it's a little pink. I wanna keep those little sculpted lines on the lip. So pretty, that's so pretty. And then because this is more of a bronze look, I was like, should I go bronze or pink? But I feel like we need a little bit of a pink to brighten this look up, so it's not all bronzy. There's like a balance. Sheglam came out with an SPF pressed powder, and it's actually so good, you guys. I have to show you guys. It's very smoothing on the skin. So I'm gonna go over, also dab it so you're not putting too much. I'm gonna go over the under eyes right here, just to smooth out this area, like so. A little bit here, because I wanna enhance that shape. Very pretty, SPF everything. Now I'm going in with the One Size mattifying SPF spray, so here we go. Okay, I did that for the SPF. I feel like that's gonna definitely lock in my makeup. I could just feel it. Then, but I don't want it to be super matte. I do like a little dewiness. So around the perimeter of my face, I'm gonna go in with my favorite Beekman toner, this mist. You gotta shake it up. It's the milkshake mist. And just take it on the outer perimeter of the face. It's refreshing, it balances the matte versus, you don't wanna look too flat and matte, and it just gives a little life and juice to the skin. So that is the final look. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and share it with your family and friends. Anyone who needs a little bit of a glam this summer in the heat. I'm from Texas, so I know like hot, humid weather. This is gonna stand the test. And before I let you go, I always leave you with a motivational message. And today's message is to find light in the mundane things that you do throughout the week, because it's those little moments that are actually such big moments in your life that matter. Enjoy the moments. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.